What are you doing?
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? If I still gotta hire a maid, or I gotta hire this and hire that, and then do this and then do that, I still gotta come and fold clothes or help you wash dishes, and maybe you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to flush the toilet if I'm paying for everything. I finished peeing, I'm gonna say, babe, I finished, bro. What? Huh?
Yo. Welcome back to another episode of The Great Deliberators. I am one of your hosts, Mr. Imperator Rose.
It's your boy DK.
And one time for our boy O'Bean.
Say your name, make your name ring.
Say your name, make your name ring. Ooh,
hey, my nigga get out in May.
My nigga get out in May. One more time for my boy. One more time.
You trying to pick him up? He asked me to pick him up, but I'm gonna be in Vegas.
It's in Louisiana, right?
Yeah.
I got my boy. What
you gonna pick him up for real?
What day we talking about?
All right. I got him. May, I'll tell you right now.
I got him.
My boy said he gonna pick him up.
I've been needing a reason to go back to Louisiana too.
It was crazy that he will that nigga will make it will make his day, dog.
Nah, I got him because he never sent me the goddamn papers.
May 14th.
May 14th? Okay, bet. Let me just jot that down in the calendar. My boy is coming back, dog. May 14th, G. Actually, Trisha's gonna be listening to this damn, that's a Wednesday?
Yeah, you gotta get off work for sure.
I'll make it happen. It's all right. I'll make it happen.
Say less. Okay. All right, I just texted him too, so you committed it.
Yeah, I got
you. If not, you're gonna disappoint him. You're gonna be the first nigga to disappoint him on his day out.
He gonna walk out the gate and be like,
damn.
Fuck.
I ain't got no friends. My brother don't love me. My nigga Rap don't care about me.
Yo, we working men, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Meanwhile, I'm being in Vegas. I'm a hey, when he get out of FaceTime. Hey, what up, my boy?
Hey, what Ralph at? That nigga ain't nowhere to be found.
Nowhere. All right, man, let's get it.
All right, we got a lot to cover today, man. Let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let's jump right into the first topic. All right, so you sent me this by Abba and Preach.
Abba,
man, listen.
Damn.
I don't watch them niggas, man. I ain't
gonna lie, man. Them niggas get me through work.
I'm about to say I don't watch them niggas,
funny,
man. So
man. They funny.
They are funny though. Like I've always seen clips and like watched like little videos here and there. If it was something like I cared about, but like I ain't like a subscriber. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, I subscribe.
Okay, but I rocks with them though. You know what I'm saying? Like they definitely keep it real. And you know what I'm saying? Like again, man, I'm not against like I want to call it edgy, but you know they teeter along that line of like. You know, not they ain't red pilling, but you know what I'm saying, they keep it authentic, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
you know
they keep it real.
saying?
They don't care about the red pill.
Yeah.
They actually clown the red pill.
Yeah, anybody with common sense clowns red pill people. Yeah. I mean, that's there's no need to speak on it.
It's crazy. I used to watch a lot of that content.
I know. I feel it for you.
But here's the thing, though. But it's not that.
Okay.
It's not that like what they saying is just like. Well, let me take this back. I feel like the origins of it wasn't too bad. Mm-hmm. Like the Kevin Samuels.
Okay.
Like the Kevin Samuels origin of it. Because that was really, Kevin Samuels is really kind of like the godfather of the movement. You know what I'm saying?
You can say that.
But like, they took it to a whole new level.
He's a godfather. He's a godfather of the content. But yeah.
But Fresh and Fit, old boy who was getting in trouble in Romania and whatnot.
Yeah, well, Fresh and Fit is something entirely different, and then I think Kevin Samuels was
Sneeko,
because
like
it even in like although I wasn't a fan of Kevin Samuels, but I definitely found him hilarious. With that being said, I do think that in some aspects, I think Kevin Samuels was coming from a good place. Fresh and Fit,
he was just making it entertaining.
Yeah.
He was saying like some real stuff, but
it was real.
Making it entertaining, and obviously like, you know what I'm saying, the women were getting on there. They knew the type of time that he was on. So you knew that you was gonna go viral, getting clowned on.
But I always felt like at least like this that old ass uncle that don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? And like he came across in a manner that was appealing to a lot of people, and also, you know, it was kind of funny, bro. Cause like, and then on top of that, you know, it always showed the shit that like went viral, and that was the, you know, the rage against women. But that motherfucker would get on anybody.
Bro, he was putting dudes on game all the time.
He would telling
men to like, hey, get up, like all them video games. Hey, stop being a bum. Like he was getting on but the thing is, that wasn't as entertaining as getting on some of the women and like
exactly
and have a man talk down on a woman.
Yeah, and then on top of that, we got the Me Too movement going on, doing all this. So you get what I'm saying. So naturally, he was bound to go viral.
And it was COVID.
And it was COVID.
Everybody was
we
just
had nothing to do.
Something
we just on YouTube
to latch on to.
Yeah, so it's kind of when Fresh and Fit came up as well. So which case, I've been preached. They recently did a video over Lizzo. We talked about this before. We've had some pretty heated arguments. Too bad the other co-host isn't here to be a part of this, but
them arguments aged well. I just want y'all to know that.
I don't think they aged well, but
it aged well for me. I feel comfortable.
But we're going to discuss this.
I don't take back anything.
But recently, Lizzo has, you know what I'm saying, been showing off her brand new figure. You know what I'm saying?
Has she?
Okay, again, before you go any further, I explained to you back when you was raging that she was always on her fitness journey. Okay, so I'm not trying to hear that.
No, but that wasn't the argument that I was making. The argument that I was making with Lizzo was the fact that she was glorifying like
nope. Because if you say that,
my God.
I'm a
body positivity was her thing.
Okay,
which is glorifying women who are big. That is body positivity, bro.
That's not what body positivity is. Body positivity is about being comfortable in your skin and not letting outside influence make you feel bad for being big. It's not about glorifying being big.
I'm against that. I think that you shouldn't be comfortable in your own skin if you're morbidly obese. Okay. That's my thing. I don't care how many people try to say that's good. You should feel some type of way. You should feel negative about yourself. That would hopefully get you to want to go out there and work out. And I don't care what anybody says about, that's negative. This is PC culture, and I'm just not here for it.
Nah, because see, again, we're gonna go back to this argument we have all the time, dog. Do you negatively talk to your employees all the time?
No, I don't.
No, you want to know why? Because they would quit on your ass and they wouldn't perform well.
But they don't do the equivalent of somebody who is morbidly obese trying to say.
But that's not the point.
Trying to say that I love myself and I look beautiful the way that I am.
Okay, but
I'm not for it.
But the point is here. But again, right? And this is the crazy part about this. You don't get to decide how people feel.
Cool.
But I'm saying, right, like when y'all make these arguments, y'all argument is I ain't for that. Nigga, you don't get to be for it or against it.
Look,
think about how no, hold on, wait, Tom, before you go forward, think about how crazy that sounds. You sitting on a couch on a mic with a camera in front of you telling millions of people, I ain't for you niggas feeling good about yourself. Nigga, that is crazy.
I don't think that's crazy.
That is absolutely, of course it don't sound crazy to a lunatic.
That's fine. The consequence of making it seem as if like, to say that you still look beautiful in your skin, even though you are morbidly obese, is the consequence that we have now in America. And that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, we will just forever agree to disagree. Now, what I will say is that as somebody who's portraying said message, that you should be mindful how you portray said message to people. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be sensitive to, you know what I'm saying, the audience or whoever you're talking to. You don't want to just like demean them or put your foot on their necks. But I think.
Okay, but before you go forward, because I hate to cut you off, but that was the point of the body positivity movement, though. Like it's not for. But again, I just want to clarify this. It's always about people being on their healthy journey, getting to where they're supposed to be. And although you may fall and stumble, it's about taking that journey and you eventually get there. This is the craziest part about this is because we have ran to the internet where we have allowed a small fragment of a situation determine the whole outcome of an entire movement. I haven't met one person in my entire life that has ever made excuses about their weight. They know why they're big. I have never met anyone who was so detached from reality that they didn't know why they were big.
Yes, but
these arguments are crazy to me.
But here's the thing, though, bro, and I'm not even talking about adults here. I'm being very serious when I have this discussion with you.
Okay,
it's not even about adults that I'm worried about. What I'm worried about are teenagers and adolescents and younger individuals, you know what I'm saying, who will see that like, oh man, there's a world out there that feels like this is beautiful and da-da-da-da. So therefore I can stay, you know what I'm saying, where I'm at. I don't have to feel uncomfortable in my skin. And what I'm saying is, bro, you need to feel uncomfortable in your skin. Okay. Even me, I'm not, I wouldn't say that I'm extremely unhealthy. Could I do better with my fitness journey, which I currently am still on and I work hard at it? I'm uncomfortable in my skin. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even telling you that like, hey, I feel like I'm at my best or whatever. So for me to I'm only practicing what I preach is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not telling you to feel any differently than I may feel about myself when I feel like I have not met the expectation that I have for myself.
Yeah.
And when you have this body positivity, I feel like you're skirting the line, which I think you would agree, maybe not on the pod, but you would agree that you're skirting the line of individuals making excuses for the lifestyle that they live. Especially when, if you're feeling like you don't need to be uncomfortable, then how does that ignite or start the surge of like, hey, I need to really take my fitness journey seriously. There are health matters that are at risk. My life is at risk.
Yeah.
Things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. But again, I don't want us to like harp on the subject too much.
I think that my issue always comes because the conversation is disingenuous. You niggas could be out here protesting niggas smoking cigarettes.
Y'all for sure.
But no, I'm just saying, but y'all don't. That's the point.
I'm not protesting this.
That's nigga. Whenever this shit comes up, dog, you niggas go ham.
Bro, I will go ham on. Give me a subject that I feel like I'm passionately willing.
You niggas,
if we talk
do
about,
not go ham on niggas smoking cigarettes,
bro. Because we're not talking about niggas who smoke cigarettes.
Okay, that's the point.
If we talk about niggas who smoking cigarettes, I'm gonna be even more passionate about people who smoke cigarettes. That's not what we talking about. We talking about Lizzo and the body positivity movement. Do we agree or disagree? So I'm gonna shit on it.
But you're not telling me. But my point is that y'all say y'all care about kids and all this other shit. Kids are heavily more influenced by smoking and drugs and all this shit.
And I'm all for. Okay, so we'll do a pod one day talking about cigarettes. I think it's universal. I don't think that here's the thing. Let's just keep it real.
Okay.
This discussion, because it is something that has a rift in society. Some people are for, some people are against. It is not a universal matter. It is why it's a topic of discussion for us to do on a pod, and it makes it interesting to talk about because there's a valid disagreement between somebody like me and somebody like you. If we talk about cigarettes, I'm pretty sure that even people who do smoke, there's a big majority of the population disagree with cigarettes, bro. To me, that's not even interesting because we already know that we're not for it. Throw it away. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, if you ask anybody what is something that is a complete turnoff, and we are on the damn show with what's his name, they gonna tell you that cigarettes gonna be the number one question, bro. So it's just like we already know.
Hold on, because
this topic is interesting because simply it is something that is divided. There are a group or lump of people who feel like body positivity is a thing, and there are a lump of people who disagree with the movement. So we discuss it on the pod, and therefore because there's an easy divide, there's an open for discussion. There's passionate conversations, so on and so forth. I don't need to get passionate about cigarettes because I think it's dumb as shit. We don't even need it. There's no logical anything that you can tell me that I think that cigarettes are good. Nah, it's harmful. It kills you and it kills other people around you.
Sure.
So what are we talking about?
Okay. So again, my point here is there's also a large segment of group of people who smoke cigarettes. Like one in every.
Please stop.
Okay,
smoking cigarettes.
But that's not my point. You deciding to pick up a pod one day and deciding to talk about it is my point. You niggas don't care about people. You niggas just care about like things you disagree with.
That is crazy that you say that.
I'm standing 10 toes down on that shit.
Fine. Look, we here on air.
This disingenuous argument you niggas make is some bullshit.
Bullshit.
Okay,
I can't speak for them, but I'm gonna speak for me. Bullshit.
I'm standing 10 toes down on it.
You can't lump me into that group because me and you have even had discussions
black
about
and white, nigga. There's
cool.
no gray area.
Me and you have had discussions about our fitness journey, our health, and so on and so forth. Me and my brother have had, endless conversations about his fitness journey and so on and so forth. So to say that we don't care about the people, when I see people who are morbidly obese,
you care about us. I'm sure you care about the people closest to you, but this grand gesture that like we care about everybody is
even
bullshit.
When I see people who are morbidly obese, it bothers me. They're like, damn.
I know. I know it bother y'all.
Okay. So
but it don't bother me. I don't give a shit about them niggas.
And I think that's the problem. That's the problem.
They gonna eat, bro. Everybody, listen. We do this. We do this all the time. Niggas gonna do what they want
for facts.
So that's my point. Why we get on here? Why y'all get on here and try to preach to people? Let them go through their life.
Do your thing.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
You know what? I leave it alone.
Dog, that's it. Listen,
I'm just saying. If you ask me for my opinion, I'm gonna give you my opinion.
Dog,
so I don't know what you want me to do.
Nobody asked y'all niggas,
bro. We had a whole topic.
That's the point.
Hold on,
about
Lizzo, dog.
listen, you've landed where I wanted you to land. Nobody asked you niggas.
Okay, cool. Nobody asked me. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Am I lying or not? Did anybody ask Abba Preach to talk about that shit? Did anybody come in and say,
I don't even remember the video.
I'm begging you niggas to make a video about this. No, nigga. That's the point. That's the entire
for that I'm fine with it.
I'm telling you, nigga, there's never been a history moment in time where somebody was all like, bro, I really wish a lot of these creators would make videos about this body positivity movement because it kills me to my soul. Nigga, that's never happened. And if it has, it's because you hate people.
I don't hate people.
Okay. I'm not going to say that. That's a bit of a stretch. All right, I apologize.
Well, he trying to he want me to be the devil today.
I'm standing 10 toes down on the fact that like this disingenuous argument about y'all caring about people, I believe you care about the people closest to you because I care about the people closest to me. I understand that if I seen somebody who was really like getting out of pocket.
It's crazy that you're saying this because it's somebody who is like, worried about, our finances as a country and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. The most leading death is people who have, causes due to their obesity and their weight and things of that nature. And it actually affects every single citizen here due to our healthcare system. Listen. So look, we ain't got to touch it. All I'm telling you is that in America, we are very comfortable. Listen, we are very comfortable as a people. We eat more than any other country, almost to the excess of almost 1.75 times any other country. That is wild, bro. That is crazy. So for the same country to say we love all people, all shapes and sizes, so on and so forth, I'm telling you that is disingenuous. That is bullshit. Mm-hmm. We do not. That is not something that is eye-pleasing to everybody, but we say it because it feels good. The same way we have women out there who all call themselves a 10. Yeah, maybe to yourself you are, but we all know that you a 7, you a 6, you a 8, so on and so forth. So I mean, it's one of them things where it's like, let's just keep it a bean, let's just keep it real. Like, hey, you are big. Okay. And yes, because you are big, I'm telling you that it'd be best for you to lose some weight. You may think that makes me want to hate somebody, but I think it's very helpful to let that person know.
I don't think that it makes you I don't think that it makes you hate people. What I believe is the conversation surrounding it is disingenuous because I believe wholeheartedly y'all don't care about mass groups of people. Nobody does. I'm one of them. I tell you all the time, I don't care about these niggas.
I ain't gonna lie, I disagree. I care a lot. I care a lot about our community and so on and so forth. That's why I have discussions about finances and so on and so forth. And maybe I'm an outlier. But I feel like I'm definitely empathetic to definitely people who look like me, and I'm definitely empathetic to shit that I feel like we can definitely change.
I think that there's a certain group of y'all who like to preach to people, and don't shoot me, okay? No, y'all like to preach to people, and maybe in some way y'all feel better if you feel like you get somebody to move in the right direction that you see they should be moving. But all I'm saying here is I care about the people closest to me, and if somebody was to come up and talk to me and truly ask me my opinion on like something, then y'all like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna give it. But it's crazy to me that people are outspoken about something that in reality doesn't really affect them. And you brought this up multiple times about how like obesity and all that affects the healthcare, bro. The percentages of how it affects you is virtually nothing. Do you know how much smoking, the food we eating, like all this shit? And I'm talking about people who aren't even fat. Just in general, the sicknesses that we're getting from the food we're eating is the effect on our healthcare. Healthcare is high because these niggas charging you $80 for a Band-Aid. You know what I'm saying? At a hospital. Like, and then y'all talk about people eating. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. And that shit ain't got nothing to do with somebody going to the hospital and being charged $8,000 for an ambulance ride. It's so many other things that we could be fighting for, but y'all niggas out here getting on the camera wanting to talk about body positivity. That shit ain't helping nobody.
No problem. I agree.
Okay. But before we leave on this last argument, you know what I'm saying? Before we end this argument, I want to just run one clip right here because I think it's important because it categorizes how movements start and how they can be transformed into things that you never really want them to become.
I'm going to ask you to culturally translate something and tell us what it means. Because it's become a flashpoint phrase, slogan, whatever, that I think a lot of people either misunderstand or willfully misconstrue. When I say the term believe all women.
Mm-hmm. Nah. I'm so glad you asked that, because that, first of all, that phrase does not come from me or the Me Too movement.
Okay.
I do not subscribe to the phrase "believe all women." That has been ascribed to me.
Okay. I'm gonna post a clip in the chat so you can go get it, but we gotta move forward. But the point is this is the pioneer, the person who started the Me Too movement, and she's here telling you that like what y'all on the internet arguing about when it comes to the Me Too movement, these things that occur in echo chambers ain't where the movement started. And she goes in when she explains basically this is what the movement was about. This is where all this shit always starts. And eventually influencers, people who trying to come up and just, you know what I'm saying, make a name for themselves, eventually become antagonistic to these movements and just shit on them because like they need to make content. And to me, that's the reason why I say a lot of this shit is disingenuous. So y'all find like-minded people and be like, oh yeah, I agree with this nigga. No, dog, this shit shouldn't even be a thing because it originally started from the persecution of people in a certain demographic who decided that like I done had enough of you niggas. And so like you create a movement and then you niggas get mad at niggas for not wanting to for wanting to feel better about themselves. It's just crazy to me that like y'all niggas would sit up here and try to pretend like y'all actually care. No, if you cared, you go learn about the movement, see what it's about, and be like, you know what, I agree with these aspects of it, but this certain part of it I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? But then you just be like, nah, body positivity is stupid. No, nigga, go find out about the movement, see what it was all about, and understand that the body positivity movement, the Me Too movement, all those start in great places and are about people going through a journey to get to a place of healing and eventually find themselves wherever they land in life, you know what I'm saying, to do better because they understand that, yay, we've made mistakes, we're trying to do better, so on and so forth. The Me Too movement, we know what that's about. It's about people coming forward, telling their story. We get it. But the point is these things don't happen in small places of people who are just completely convinced that like they hold no accountability in a situation. It's about them escaping the persecution of things that they've been getting and dealing with throughout their entire life and deciding that, yo, I done had enough of you nigga shit. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next topic here.
Yep, put them back because he don't take care of his kids. Makes sense, right? Get somebody else like John Morant. He take care of his daughter. Kobe Bryant. Move, Jelani. John Morant, yeah. Kobe Bryant. He's a great dad, even after life.
Okay. So that's a video from a mother who didn't want her son getting some. Apparently, he won some Anthony Edwards signature shoes, or I guess he won some shoes in general, but he was trying to pick some Anthony Edwards kicks. And the mother there didn't want him to because Anthony Edwards has been in some recent drama here lately where he's fathered 4 or 5 kids within a year. Multiple women. He's let it be known to these women that he didn't want these kids. But yet and still, they still decided to have him. And now, you know what I'm saying, they're trying to get child support. And, you know, he made it clear he didn't want to be a father. He wasn't going to be in the child's life. They still proceeded to have the kids. And it's been an open, hot topic discussion about, you know, a man's role in the relations of having a child. So in which case, I'm going to start off because my thing is pretty simple. I don't necessarily have an issue with it. What I had an issue is it's what she said, get some John Morant. No. Yo, because I was like,
you's a fucking nut, nigga.
Yo. When I saw that, dog, my eyes literally perked, bro. I was like,
wait, what?
I mean, like, if you got to find a silver lining here for me, I guess that's cool. Yeah.
Wait, so you want him to be like a YN? Crash out?
Yo, hey.
Is that what you're doing?
Ma'am, are you not aware of John Morant's history? Like, I might be a little convinced that you're just not totally aware of John Morant's history.
Kobe Bryant he don't have a clean rap sheet either.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like my guy.
I mean, if we gonna go this route.
Let me go there.
Okay. But hold on, before you go, because I know you gonna go. My thing was just to give this here. When I was younger though, my mom wouldn't buy me certain shoes as well, right? Well, it's not she wouldn't buy me shoes, but she would buy me like Grant Hill had a signature at one point. She bought me Grant Hills because she was like, you know, he was a Christian, he's a positive role model. So I'm saying, right, has she taken the route that route of
completely different,
like
or like some Marberries,
like this, like this dude is appealing to his community. I really want you to get these shoes, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't put money toward people who I don't think are great role models. Okay, cool, I'm good with that. But saying John Morant just like discredited anything she had to say.
All right, this is what I'm gonna say, man. Tell me you're battered without telling me you're battered. And that's really what I got from this whole situation.
I'm not going to disagree.
That's really what I got from it. And again, it's all an assumption, allegedly.
Yeah.
But it just seems as if like this is definitely a woman who's like gone through some trials and tribulations, and this is how she's taking it out. And I really feel bad for the boy, because at the end of the day, like this is how one's name can be like tarnished from a generation who doesn't even know what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go back to school, like, now my mom said that Anthony Edwards don't take care of his kids. And now, like, now this whole generation is coming up with that.
It's not untrue, though.
It's not untrue, but it's not the full story.
I got you.
And here's the thing, though. I'm not defending Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
I'll make this very clear. I don't want this to be taken as if, like, I'm defending a young man. But Buddy is 23.
Okay.
And he had a 38-year-old woman, you know what I'm saying, who is only goes for celebrities or celebrity-like figures.
And by all means, I think that's weird.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you are 38 going for somebody who was 23. It's very obvious that if you just Google this man, that he don't want to have kids. He just doing probably with somebody who was 23 years old and a multi-millionaire.
With a lot of money, he would do.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, yo, and I'm trying to keep this real. I don't want to come off as if like, and even come with the body positivity. And I was telling you, like, I'll try to put myself in their shoes. Like, I wouldn't be comfortable, right? If I'm Anthony Edwards, and I'm gonna be honest. If I'm getting out of high school, I go to college 1 year. I'm probably making money when I go to college. Probably making money in high school.
By Anthony Edwards' time, he was making money.
But the moment I touch the NBA, I'm a millionaire by the age of what, 19?
Yeah.
20?
20. Yeah.
And I got women, just women, just trying to get at me.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about like the baddest woman at your local Target.
Yeah.
That's not what we're talking about here.
Crop.
We're not talking about the baddest woman at the club and who you know, the bottle girl. No. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about like the women who be in the ones that you don't even know, the Instagram models. The ones who look like Instagram models but ain't Instagram models. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about the baddest of the baddest. All want you. I'm gonna be honest. You definitely gonna find me probably with a kid or two. I'm just gonna keep it real.
I mean,
like,
I can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Not disagreeing.
I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm better than anybody. I don't have any kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you would have put millions in front of me and these bad women and this, that, and I'm a professional basketball player, dog, I'm a tap something about 3-4 times maybe, and I might get unlucky. You know what I'm saying? Because if she don't want me to wear one, shit.
Boys did a lot of reckless shit when we was younger.
Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go get tested.
Younger, we did some reckless shit.
Yeah, go get tested. But I'm talking about a baddie.
Yeah.
Talking about, and you don't need that. Get in here. Man, I'm diving in there like Michael Phelps. We're not even, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things where you 38 preying on somebody who's 23. And I got to use the word prey because even though, he's 23, he's an adult, it's obvious what your intentions are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like old girl who with Green over here from the Rockets, Drea. You know what I'm saying? Your son is older than Buddy that you having a kid with. That's crazy, man.
Crazy work.
You know what I'm saying? If this was a man talking to a woman of said age, we'd be calling him weird like we call Bill Belichick weird.
Yeah, Marcus Houston.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here? So, but at the end of the day, I feel for this woman, like, cool. If that's what you're standing on, look, man, it's your money, it's your dollars. Buy whatever you want to buy whatever you don't want to buy. But it's just sad to me that you sitting up here, you're praising somebody like John Morant, buy those shoes, he take care of his daughter, but he a crash out. And you don't even know if he take care of his daughter. You just don't see him in the headlines for the shit that he do. Kobe Bryant was, I mean, we're talking about some serious allegations that I won't even repeat because RIP to the man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to bring him at his lowest. But if you're always going to, treat somebody at their lowest point, then, you know what I'm saying, as a humanity, we're ruined.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say in the situation. I feel bad for the kid. I feel bad, you know what I'm saying, for her. But I would also say this for Anthony Edwards. Like, bro, this are the consequences of your shit. I know that you're 23, but my nigga, you gotta grow up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you got millions of dollars and this, that, and the third. You gotta grow up, bro. You gotta grow up. At a certain point, you gotta realize that this is the reality that you're in. There are women out here trying to get you for your bread, and you don't want to be 35, 36 years old, removed from the NBA with 8 kids, paying child support of over 6 figures for all of them kids, man. You don't want that. And then you don't want to be a dad that's just creating all these broken families just because of the fact that you just want to have fun and get your dick wet. It's crazy, dog. Like, you gotta at a certain point be like, all right, this is my reality. Let me just find one. I know we disagreed on this. Let me just find one that I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying, get in with at all times. Or, bro,
I mean, he has the reality to make that happen. The average person does, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, but you get my point.
Yeah,
it's just like,
I'm saying for somebody like Anthony Edwards, he can make that happen.
Like dog, like come on, no man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest. I again, this kind of goes to like just shitting on people. But I really wish that like we could really have this Jalen Hurts route. Like, bro, you got money, you got whatever. You have the opportunity to find yourself an educated black woman. You can skip the line. What you're doing right now is not skipping the line. You are in the trenches. For some reason, you in the trenches doing what trench niggas do. That shit wild to me. Dog, go find you a Ivy League educated, badass woman who got a career, head on her shoulders, a nurturing woman who gonna like hold it down. And yes, you're not as educated as some of these men, but she probably will at least help you obtain such a, you know what I'm saying, like just that hierarchy of what you really need to make you complete. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is just crazy. We wasting years, wasting energy, and overall wasting money. Wasting money, dog.
Yeah.
Wasting it. But I digress.
I think that also at the same time, I will say maybe the mom needs a little grace too. I personally don't really care for the whole, I'll always say this, I don't care for the whole recording social media.
It's wild. It's whack.
I think it's whack. You know, but at the same time, I can't go as far as to say she's a broken / battered woman in this situation, although it could be.
It seemed like.
But I can't go the route of it's on the topic again of the mind right now. And, you know, and again, man, I don't know, man. So as a manager, and the reason why I always relate things to being a manager is because I firmly believe that being a manager so young is what made me a good father. You know what I'm saying? Also, I had examples when I was younger of what I didn't want to be like and what I did want to be like. So, but I've always believed in like purpose over process. And the reason why I say that is because when you explain to people the purpose of something, then the process becomes much more clear. You get what I'm saying? And so it's all like, if you explain to your son that, hey, listen, right now he ain't a role model. You get what I'm saying? Like one day, yeah, like when he matures and becomes the type of man that like I believe somebody should be wearing the shoes of. I'll buy those. I got no problem with you getting those shoes, but right now he ain't. And
John Moran is not it right now.
But I'm a hold off and just say, because again, I don't know if she even knows Ja Morant's like history. You get what I'm saying? She said
it so confidently.
Yeah, she did. She's rattling that shit off like she knows these niggas. So
get them Yeezys.
If you know who
his daughter,
because the average person don't know who Anthony Edwards is, right? She named off several sport players. So she knows sports at least to a certain extent. So it's hard to believe
crazy, though,
that she doesn't know Ja Morant's history.
If you think about this, Adidas gotta like really talk to this nigga, because Adidas gotta really be like, hey, bro, like you gotta clean it up. I think you know what I'm saying. I don't know if they have that like ability. I'm sure they do.
Money determines everything, dog. If them shoes still flying off the rack, they ain't gonna say nothing to them. You know this, man.
Yeah, but
they're not gonna hold it.
Yeah, but flying off the rack and it being like the number one, like, bro, like. I don't know, man. I feel like Anthony Edwards is leaving a lot of money on the table because you can't. And I know he doesn't want to be the face of the NBA and this, that, and the third. But let me tell you something, dog. Let me tell you something. Being the face of the NBA comes with a lot of perks. Yes, it's gonna have a lot of people talking on you. You got a spotlight, this, that, and the third. Yeah. But dog, you want to talk about the off the court money that comes from being the face of the NBA?
Yeah,
off the court money you could probably equate to what you make on the court, man.
Oh, more.
You know what I'm saying? Just because the thing is that after your game is look at Jordan right now.
Yeah.
Think about LeBron when look at Kobe. He's not even here.
Yeah, LeBron.
Kobe not even here, bro.
Yeah.
And Kobe was the face for just a period of time. A period of time, Kobe was the face of the NBA.
Yeah.
He no longer even here. Anthony, dog, you leaving so much money on the table is crazy.
Listen,
just to get your dick wet.
Listen, man, he's young.
I know.
Listen,
but you're not the only first young nigga with money.
I got you.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, I'm giving him grace. But you're 23 now.
His situation.
You've had 4 or 5 years in the game.
But his situation is not new to anybody. It's the classic example of money makes you do wild things, and you don't. Again, I hate being down this bush, but nobody ever holds any of these people accountable. You know what I'm saying? They've been the man since they were in 7th grade. They were 6 feet tall.
They hold them accountable now.
At 13.
They hold them accountable now.
To an extent, right? But even still, if it's small enough, you sweep it under the rug, you know what I'm saying? You have a quick sit down and then you go on about it, bro. Like, the reality is...
Bro, I just feel like Buddy got to be spending about $4 million a year, if not more, just off child support, bro.
On child support? I don't know.
Just off of child support.
I don't know what he's
one of the ladies was trying to get it done in Cali just so she can get more bread. Yeah. And like wasn't even conceived. She don't live in Cali. No, she trying to hurry up and move to Cali just to like
it's like, wild.
Bro. But if you don't see what they doing and you just kind of like still doing it, just seemed like, bro, you a crash out, bro.
You gotta understand all this happened within a year. So he might have learned his lesson.
No. How many kids does he have? They all came out in a year?
Yeah, they all happened. Yeah, they've all happened within
Bro, you need to stop busting nuts in these women, dog. God.
Yo,
damn.
He on a whole nother level. He on a whole nother level of acting up, dog.
God damn.
Bro, somebody else recently had like 5. Wasn't it Tyreek Hill? Tyreek Hill had like 4 or 5 kids in a year.
Yeah, but he a crash out. We know that.
Yeah,
we know he a crash out.
Anthony Edwards might be.
But that's why I'm disappointed. That's why I'm disappointed.
And I'm saying Tyreek Hill definitely at an age where he shouldn't be crashing out.
He shouldn't be. But niggas still crashing out.
I'm saying,
dog.
Bro, listen, we all got our vices.
But he is in Miami.
Listen. Okay, back to
he is in Miami.
Yeah, okay.
He is in Miami.
Listen, I get it. Listen, I understand.
I don't go out. I don't go out because I know Houston got something. But
hold on, but this goes back to kind of what we were talking about earlier, right? We all got our vices, right? Like people who are obese, morbidly obese, right? Their vices is food. Yeah. People who gamble.
Hey, Anthony Edwards right now talking about, you don't care about me. If
this nigga find his spot, hey, listen to that light-skinned nigga on the couch. You don't really give a fuck, nigga.
You don't give a fuck, dog. You don't care about us. I hate niggas who just get on the camera.
Dead ass. You gonna be like, man, quit acting like you care, nigga.
You don't even know what it's like to have 20, 30 million in your checking account.
I don't.
Talking about.
I don't. But to what you alluded to, dog. Listen, it's been a year. It's a heavy crash out for a year.
God,
he may never regret his children, and one day he may come into his own understanding. Like, yo, I fathered these children. I need to be in their life. I definitely don't want to have the home any more broken than I already created it, and that's the hope that we have for Anthony Edwards. But also, he may never grow up, dog. Fucking Antonio Cromartie, he got like 14 kids. I don't know if it was all. I'm sure it's not about all women.
Oh, man.
Listen, it's a lot of his ego, a lot of his pride.
My thing is like, did y'all not get none when y'all was younger, dog? Like this is
bro. We was in the group chat.
Bro, am I tripping?
No, it's some freaky niggas out here.
I feel like pussy just really is pussy. I'm at an age now where it's just like, don't get me wrong. I know there's different like semi levels to this.
We all got our vices, bro.
Do you know what's weird to me, dog? I'm gonna be real with you. Do you know what's really weird to me? Is that these niggas be fucking the same women, bro.
That's the crazy part.
It's so weird to me.
That is the crazy part.
It is really weird to me, dog. We talking about. I will say
that is. I was
watching something about Lori Harvey last week, and I was thinking to myself like, bro, it's like 80 y'all famous niggas be going through this chick. Like my thing is like, do y'all not see the value of like, hey, Buddy been with her? Like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm straight.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just go find. Like, I just don't. I don't want to say what I want to say. I don't want to say what I want to say.
No, I get where you're going.
I don't want to say what I want to say.
I know where you're going.
But it's just weird behavior, bro. Because I'm looking at my homies.
We all got our vices.
I'm looking at my homies, and I'm just thinking like, if there's any chick that they done like even like went on a date with, it's like, I'm good. Let alone a chick that like they done smashed or had a kid with or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
But you got self-control though. You see what I'm saying? Like, Everybody has their vices. No, this is the episode. Name of the episode. Everybody has their vices.
Do you think that's what it is? It's just vices?
No, I'm saying.
You don't think it's more than that?
No, listen to me.
You don't think it's more than that?
How many people?
I'm just asking. You don't think it's more than that? Like for instance, Jalen Green. You don't think it's more than that? Like,
hold on, wait. But Jalen Green is in a committed relationship.
No. But I'm asking you. Do you think Jalen Green has some things that he hasn't, hung up yet?
No. He got swindled. You know what I'm saying?
No, you just think he got swindled?
Yeah, because see, Jalen Green is in a committed relationship.
Keep talking.
Okay, I'm saying Jalen Green is in a committed relationship. Mm-hmm. Anthony Edwards fathered 4 or 5 kids in 1 year. Uh-huh. I'm saying it's other players that's all been around Anthony Edwards' age. What you about to show?
All right.
Oh, that's wild.
So I'm gonna ask you again. Do you think that there's like maybe something going on that Jalen Green, you know what I'm saying?
Listen.
No, that's a serious question.
Listen.
A serious question because I'm just thinking somebody like Drea, bro. Drea has had like 14, 15 different either rappers, athletes,
I got you,
whatever. So I'm just asking.
But
don't get me wrong, Drea bad. I'm here to tell you today.
But you got to understand also that in college and high school, Jalen Green probably had Drea's poster on his wall
for sure.
Her photo on his phone.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
Listen, even still, we can still go. Do you
think it was Drea on his wall?
Hold on, wait.
You think it was Drea on his wall?
We can still go the direction.
I'm asking. Do you think it was Drea on his wall?
No, you don't listen to me.
I'm just asking.
You're not hearing me.
I'm listening.
Okay, because the person that they decide to go in the direction you're saying, going against where they really want to go, could be anybody. And it wouldn't be somebody that they would want to be in the public spotlight behind, especially if you're trying to remain low key in a certain direction.
I'm just gonna keep it real with you, bro. Part of me just finds it weird that you put yourself in, you put your stuff into something that has been stuffed by multiple people that you know. That to me is weird behavior, bro.
It's not for you to understand.
It's not, and that's what I'm saying. Because I can't understand it is why my brain has to go to a place that I don't understand.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? So I'm asking you going way too tinfoil hattish right now.
But that's what I'm asking you. So you think I'm tripping?
I think you heavily reaching.
Okay, I'll leave it on.
Because the reason why is because, bro, in high school, the goddamn jocks and shit played around like that. Dog, they was weird and shit on shit like they just run around there.
Yeah, and I'm standing on that too.
Okay, look, maybe you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong.
He's like, shit.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
I'm standing on that too, bro.
I'm just saying.
I'm standing on that too, bro. Like, what are we talking about here?
I'm just saying again, dog. The point is here is when you're young and you got money, it's a story as old as time, bro. You just don't make great decisions.
I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. If y'all got money and influence and y'all out here having the sex with the same woman, I think y'all gay. I'm just gonna be real. I'm just gonna be honest.
I ain't gonna go that far.
I'm gonna say it.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but why?
Why?
The same woman? Why?
Because you're going to the same viscid inners that you know of 6-7 niggas that you just dapped up. You know what I'm saying? At a Diddy party or at a Jay-Z, white party. Okay. You just dapped them all up.
Okay, hold on, wait. Just because
when there's so many women out here who aren't even on the scene. Listen. I'm gonna tell you why. There's so many women out here who are not even on the scene, who look immaculate, who are beautiful from head to toe. Educated, got a career, not trying to latch onto you for your money. Ain't that kind of vixen where they just need to be on, in public, this, that, and the third. But it's like all of y'all just want the same chick. And for me, bro, do you think Lori Harvey's the only Lori Harvey looking chick out there?
Hold on, wait. Do they want them or are they manipulative? I think that's the aspect of it you're forgetting.
If you're allowing yourself to be easily manipulated,
they're young.
Some of these niggas is not that young.
Most of them are. By every metric that I would use, they're pretty goddamn young.
I'm just saying, Reggie Bush was young, and his mama said, "Hey, get away from Kim Kardashian." He went and got himself a Kim Kardashian clone. I ain't mad at that, bro.
Okay, I got you, but you're not understanding. There's somebody who got at least a level head on his shoulders.
For sure.
So
I'll take it. Okay, I'm sorry. I take back. I take back the gay comment.
Listen,
I still believe it though. But
you can definitely believe it. Listen, I told you Michael Porter Jr. had the conversation on the pod where he talked about how the regular fantasies no longer suffice, and like they gotta take it to the next level.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I can't disagree.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Because we have an insider who's saying like, yo,
some of my teammates or some of my
Yeah.
You know,
they be on some
weird shit.
Some wild shit. Okay.
All right, Dwight Howard. All right, let's go. Let's do this.
Okay, man. Let's keep it pushing, man. Let's go on. Let's get into this next conversation. We might end it with this one. Although we got a couple more topics that we want to try to get to, but we're gonna try to end it on this one.
Hey, we can get on the webcam and do something over the weekend or whatever.
Okay, like, but I feel like this is a debate. This the podcast where we gonna kill this debate. We gonna finish it. There's no more to be discussed about it.
Oh, I'm curious about this one.
Okay, it's the one you sent me about Joe Budden. So the Joe Budden pod. The one we were talking about Parks. There was a question at Parks about his girls
50-50
paying part of the rent. Okay.
Yes.
Was that the most recent pod?
I don't know. No. That was an old one.
Okay, because I was about to say I was scrolling Joe Budden pod for a minute to try to find.
That was an old one.
Okay, so
but I watched the Joe Budden podcast at this point.
So let's add some contextual layer here. Essentially, Parks, he's usually off camera. He's kind of the producer.
White boy.
Yeah, they were questioning him because it came up in a recent conversation that his girl pays part of the rent. Now to add some
a portion of the rent.
Now to add even more context to this, the reason, and everybody was like kind of confused and kind of almost
Parks is pretty much a millionaire, or close to a millionaire.
Yeah, so Parks, the reason why they question is because like, bro, you make significantly more money than your wife,
over $500,000.
Yeah,
a year annually,
and you got her paying portion of the rent, and he keeps clarifying it's not that I'm forcing her. She wants to contribute. You know what I'm saying? She makes good money herself by every metric Americans would use. She isn't like, the 90th percentile of earners. So he's like, if she wants to pay a portion of the rent, I'm not going to tell her no. You know what I'm saying? She wants to contribute. I love
this topic.
Yeah, she wants to do that. Followed by more conversations around the one that I found interesting. I don't watch the Joe Pod enough anymore. Homie that recently got there that sits behind everybody. What's his name?
Flip.
Yeah. Flip said something super wild. You know what I'm saying? He said that in our community, you know what I'm saying? Basically, he alluded to the fact that men feel like they need to pay the full rent because if they don't, they woman gonna talk to them all crazy and all upside the head crazy.
I don't agree with that at all.
That's wild. The
women
spoken like a nigga with a lot of gray hair in his beard.
The women that you talk to you wild. The women that you talk to you wild.
Okay, so we gonna kill this. I'm gonna kill this. I would like to think that I am in a fairly successful marriage. Okay,
you are a successful man. 2 beautiful daughters, y'all.
Yes, I like to think that I have a very successful marriage with 2 beautiful children. I also happen to be the breadwinner in my household. Okay. Although if she would like to go make double what she's making now, I would not be mad at her. You know what I'm saying? But some of y'all be tripping.
Go make that money.
I'm not gonna be mad. You got the degree, you gonna have to go make this shit happen. Okay, anyway. With that being said, here's the thing, man. I think part of the problem is because me personally, when I decided early in life that I knew I wanted to get married, I knew that like I wanted to have a beautiful family, have a household.
Sorry, I had to turn it off.
Motherfucker. Beautiful household, all that. I decided that everything's gonna be blended. Like when you get married, you become one bank account, one all that, one house, one car. Every credit card I got, Trish is a co-signer on, not co-signer, but active user. Every credit card she got, I'm an active user. It's actually how she helped me rebuild my credit. Back when my credit was trash, hers was good. She put me as a authorized user on there. Shot my shit up like 100 points in like a month. Point being here is we blended everything together and we became one, right? So when we go to pay the rent just gets, go to pay the mortgage just gets paid. You know what I'm saying? Whenever the car notes need to get paid, ain't got no more. Look at God.
Amen.
The car notes just get paid. You know what I'm saying? Credit card bill is due. You know what I'm saying? Credit card bill just gets paid. You know what I'm saying? Electricity bill is due. It just gets paid. Nigga go grocery shopping, it just gets paid. I don't understand these conversations we have, and I get it to each his own, but everything would be a lot more clear if y'all wasn't thinking differently. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say we think the same, like we won this, we operate as a unison. You don't see her without seeing me. Nigga, that's what it is. That's what a marriage is supposed to be. Now, if you want to add other layers to your marriage, that's cool, right? But every time you add another layer, you create a barrier that makes it harder for y'all to coexist.
A boundary, yep. There's another fence being built.
So I'm saying, right? Like, okay, so we're gonna split finances. Boom. You gonna pay this. Boom. You gonna pay that. Boom. You gonna pay this. Boom, boom, boom. And then y'all arguing over money. And niggas wonder why 50% of divorces in finances. Because, bro, like, it shouldn't be no question about what's going on. So I don't understand this conversation. To me, I'm over here like, DK, I truly don't get it, because to me, I would think that if you're married, you would want to have everything together so that way there ain't no conflicts. Every time you create something that y'all have to cohabitate through other than it being one, you create another barrier, and that just puts more stress on your marriage. And like, to me, that's just inefficient, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, everything Raph said was, on point. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what to say. But I will speak because it's a podcast and you have two people that need to, talk on every subject. So this is what I'll say. For my man Parks, I find it crazy that every other man on that pod was like baffled at the fact that Parks was talking about that his wife, his wife,
they were flabbergasted.
His wife pays a portion of the mortgage or rent or whatever household income that they have, correct? And what bothers me the most is that, like, it goes back to, like, why the fuck did y'all decide to get married in the first place? Is it not to do this thing called life together? I'm gonna be honest, bro. If somebody that I'm talking to, if my woman does not want to contribute, if she doesn't have the desire, because I don't need to ask for shit, you know what I'm saying? And I've learned recently, you know what I'm saying, through conversations with close friends of mine, that when I want something, I need to speak up. But certain things I don't think you need to ask for. I shouldn't have to ask the person that I've said that, hey, I want to go with life with you to contribute about said life. And we're not talking about contribution with just words and feelings and hugs and kisses and shit like that. Contribute to actually things that we can put on the fucking table.
Yeah.
Okay, how much does shit cost? I'm not saying 50-50, but I mean, if based off of your income, can you contribute 10%, 20%, 25%, 30%? Can you contribute something? You know what I'm saying? So that way, when you go to work, you feel like you are contributing to something. Now, if we decided that you're not working, then your contribution is going to come elsewhere.
Yeah.
We not getting a maid. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to eat out all the time.
No.
We don't need to do these things. You know why? Because you're going to contribute at home with said things. You know what I'm saying? That's if you decide or you are okay with being somebody to stay at home with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's one of those things where it's like there needs to constantly be a contribution. So if you're spending the majority of your time Monday through Friday going to work or working and you're getting receiving resources from it, then some of those resources need to come to the household, because the household costs fucking money to keep this shit going. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't do that, I don't understand how as a matter of fact, I feel like every nigga that's not doing that is getting swindled. You're like, bro, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Work your ass to the bone, bro.
Because if she want to dip at any point, she dip, and then what?
Dog.
What, you just took care of her because you a man and you took care of her? No, bro. I'm not. I don't subscribe to that shit.
I agree, dog.
Because I'm gonna be honest. If I gotta do it, let me do it by myself, and I'm just gonna fuck on something whenever I want to fuck on something.
Like, hey,
am I tripping?
Nah, listen. I agree. I don't.
Am I tripping?
And this is the way the conversation is going. But I mean, I think it's a factual reality. Is if I'm paying all the bills and like there's still things around the crib that need to be taken care of by outside sources, what are you doing though?
What are you doing?
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? If I still gotta hire a maid or I gotta hire this and hire that and then do this and then do that, I still gotta come in fold clothes or help you wash dishes and maybe you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to flush the toilet if I'm paying for everything. I finish peeing, I'm gonna say, babe, I finished, bro. What?
Hey, we needed that.
He like, I'm clipping it.
Hey, fresh and fit, we coming.
bro.
We on our way.
No, but see, I don't want that though. That's what I'm ultimately saying. I don't want y'all to feel like, oh, this he a red pill. No, what I'm saying is I don't want to be that guy.
Red pill nigga came up though.
Yeah, but I'm saying if I'm paying for everything,
it's here though. It's in here.
If I'm paying for everything, you damn right.
Yeah,
bro. What do you mean you tired? You're not tired. Get your ass. You didn't work today.
Yo, especially once the kids are out of the house, right? They in school like 8 hours a day. Like, no,
what?
Like for real. Like, what are you doing,
bro? Let me tell y'all something. You know what I'm saying? And this goes back to because I believe this is a community thing. I disagree with Flip, but I agree with him on the fact that our community has this thing where we feel like we need to we have this pride where we need to be like a man's man and take care of all of it. Fuck that shit. Mm-hmm. Why are women fighting for equality the way they're fighting for equality? They want equal pay. Right? So that means that they're getting paid more. Some women, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, black women are getting paid more than the average black man right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to careers, so when it goes to and I'm only speaking of black women because that's all I talk to.
Black women are the most educated group in the
That's all I
country,
talk to. So what I'm saying
would make sense.
So what I'm saying to shout out to my queen. But what I'm saying is just like, look, if we sitting up here saying like go out there and and you're making more money than you ever made before and so on and so forth, but I'm still gonna do my thing and hold it down with the same bills that we have, then why the fuck are you out there making more money? Mm-hmm. Why are you out there? Why are you asking for more money? Is it you just have your nails done, get your hair done, buy some more clothes and some purses, and this, that, and the third, and just go on Instagram and say you a boss bitch?
Okay, hold on, because that's a small segment of.
You know what I'm saying? No. I'm not. I'm just talking to the idea.
Yeah. I get
because I don't think that is the majority or even close to it.
Yeah,
I think most people who are in a relationship with anybody, married or not, but if they're living in the same house, on the same roof, I do feel like most of those relationships, both people are bringing incomes toward the household. Mm-hmm. Let's stop this bullshit. Maybe the rappers and the ballers are doing this, but we're not rappers and we're not ballers. We are real people out here with real bills. You know what I'm saying? And if your household is costing you $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month, my guy, yes, even if you can't afford it, I don't give a damn. She need to come to the table with about 25% of this. 30% of this, especially if she got a good career. I can see if she ain't doing nothing, she a substitute teacher or she a librarian or something like that, and she just doing it as a hobby. Cool, that's her thing, no problem. I'm not gonna tell you, at the end, you are gonna pay some electricity bills. You are gonna pay something, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I feel like you need to contribute. Mm-hmm. That's the whole, why are we getting up every day if we're gonna contribute to society, but more importantly, we need to contribute to our household.
Well, to go back to the conversation that they were having, which it was universally understood that on the pod that, of course, she would contribute definitely in some way, but they were tripping on just her paying any portion of the mortgage at all. And what's crazy about it is the first comment on the video is tripping about somebody contributing to their household is crazy work.
Do you want to know what was surprising to me?
Wild.
When Mel said that like she agreed that like women shouldn't pay, and she's the only female on there, and I was so shocked by it because it's like she's all about women empowerment, women. You know what I'm saying? We need to respect women. And I would think that she would say like, oh, if I'm in a relationship and I'm in a committed relationship and we're living together and I'm, spending my life with this man, like I'm going to contribute to something. But she didn't even have that that kind of idea come out of her mouth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what to me was just like.
Well, Mel a little bougie though, because
she did start off as a video vixen.
I was gonna say I've seen some clips about her like saying one time about her tripping on like saying like a nigga food taste, and they was all like, but do you like the guy? Is he charming? Is he taking care of you? So all that. And it was something about them going out on a date or whatever. But the point being is she one of them upper echelon bougie motherfuckers.
But I am gonna be honest with you though, bro. I don't know if this is like, I do think that we're having a new age of like women coming in and they have this mindset, bro. I don't think that this is, now I'm not saying this is the majority. I'm not even saying it's close to the majority. But I do think that it is enough people where it is kind of disturbing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so it's more than you would like in the dating field.
Yes. Okay. Like I do think that it's semi-disturbing. Because I'll give you an example. It was brought to my attention about like, traveling and stuff like that. And how would I feel like, am I okay or would I be okay if like my significant other, you know what I'm saying, wasn't traveling with me if I wasn't paying for her trips, pretty much. That was the question kind of being posed to me. Mm-hmm. And I said, I mean, if you want to travel, you travel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Could I contribute something? Of course, but I won't stop my traveling because you can't travel.
Because I can't buy your way as well.
You know what I'm saying? Like that to me is a wild statement to request. At least in my mind, it was wild.
It's a little crazy.
Okay, so give me your opinion on that.
It's a little crazy.
Give me your opinion on that.
My thing is again, we got to understand at what level of pay I'm at where we're talking, right? Like we talking about like a trip to like Six Flags. I'm just saying, using that as an example.
Anything local, you know what I'm saying, in the States. Yeah, you know.
Of course, right?
I got you.
Like we Gucci, right? But you talking
if I can't pay for all of it, a good chunk.
Yeah, but if we talking about me flying to
international
across the Atlantic,
2-3 G's minimum,
just for the flight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in that tax bracket. I'm not a millionaire. You get what I'm saying? Like, and
I'm gonna be honest. Even if I was a millionaire, bro. Even if I was, see, you're gonna think I'm crazy.
See, that's what
you're gonna think I'm crazy.
I don't think you're crazy.
You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I feel like if this is something that you really want to do, again, I don't mind contributing, assisting with certain things. Maybe I assist with your flight, or I assist with I'll buy the hotel and buy everything out there but you might have to get your flight. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it costs to do things in this world.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? It costs to do things. And one thing I would not subscribe to is that you just don't get a free ride for such things. Bro, traveling. We're not talking about going to New York. I don't consider that traveling. Yeah. Maybe because I'm like big timer now. I've done international travel. So going to anything in the States is not like traveling to me. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand how that could be. But when we're talking about like dropping money to go to different countries and having different cultural experiences and stuff like that, that is something that like you should want to contribute for. Same thing, kind of like a household, like assist with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but before you go any further, I hear you, but I do think that in the day comes, let's say next year, right? You blow up. You actually got $1 million sitting in the bank. I don't think you feel the same way.
I probably would not feel the same way, but I'm also gonna say this though.
But you feel that way because that money, you ain't got $1 million in the bank.
But I also say this though: if I'm a millionaire, like, you know what I'm saying, I love you and I fuck with you and all that, I'm gonna need you to like assist me in other ways that I feel like you've earned said flight to wherever we trying to go to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense.
No,
like,
it does, because
I just don't subscribe to this like, because you're my girl, you know what I'm saying, that you get everything just because of that. Like, you would need to bring something to the table.
Well, hold on, because I'm gonna stop you just for a second, because you
Let's do this.
Yeah,
no. I'm very serious, bro.
I know you almost gonna love pocket, but you got to understand that also. I would assume you kind of like me. I don't know. You ain't my girl unless you're providing value to my life anyway.
That's all I'm trying to say.
So I'm saying,
and that's what I was gonna get.
Yeah. So it's like, no, we're just in the dating phase. It's like, no, I'm not flying you to Japan with me. Like that's not work. Like you fly to Miami and like you said, New York or something, but I'm not taking you across the sea. That's crazy work.
Across the sea?
Like that's insane, dog. Like, but again, also, I don't have $10 million sitting in the bank. So,
I ain't gonna lie, if I had $10 million, a lot of my views would probably be very
bro,
different.
Absolutely, bro.
I'm trying to make it seem like I'll still be the guy that I am today, but I wouldn't.
With $10 million in the bank, consistent cash flow,
$10,000, $10,000.
You'll take your whole family to fucking Europe, bro. Yeah. Like I don't know
30. How much it's gonna cost? $30,000.
Bro. I can't book hotels, but I can pay for everybody's flight there and back. Like I got.
I'll probably book hotels.
Yeah.
It'd probably be easier for me to do that because
he's leaning hard on that money.
It'd probably be because I just know my family. You start letting them.
I just know, but again,
you start letting them book their own shit.
Niggas gonna be here. Dead ass. Nigga, what you mean you 30 minutes away?
Like, yo, you know what? Just to make this shit easy, I'm gonna get the van. I'm gonna get y'all just need to buy y'all food when we get out
convenience.
there. Yeah, because I don't need the head. If I'm a millionaire, one thing I don't like is headaches and my time wasted.
Nigga, I don't like it now.
So if I know, like, but I know if I'm a millionaire, like,
hey, just to get not to get off topic here real quick, I'll just tell Trish that like, we used to get like a lunch order at work, right? And like these niggas started like making all like these adjustments to their order. I ain't even going no more, bro. If you had asked me, I ain't even going no more. No, you get a number 7, whatever you don't want on this motherfucker, you take it off yourself,
man. Why are you playing games?
I'm not doing all this goofy shit.
Man, we don't get our food for another hour before y'all bullshit.
Fuck out of here, dog. Like anyway, but getting back to the point. No, man, listen, I say it all goes back to. It's a conversation that unfortunately it can't be spoken in a way that doesn't come off cringy or rub people the wrong way. But the reality is you have to provide value to people, right? And at the end of the day, that's what a relationship is. A relationship is an equal exchange of value that contributes to that person's overall well-being.
Yes.
And I don't know how many times that needs to be explained, how it needs to be said. And although earlier I explained that y'all become one, even if you keep your finances separate and y'all decide how y'all gonna contribute the money, okay, cool. But understand that also, again, in every aspect, y'all have to be one. I used to work in AutoZone all the time, bro, and dudes would walk in and they'd be like, oh, my wife needs a brake pads for a car. Oh, okay, what type of car she drive? Oh, I don't know. Fuck you mean you don't know what type of car your wife drives? You don't know the make and
model and year of your wife's car?
Listen, I shit you not. I swear to God, that shit was more common than not, dog. Niggas would walk in and not know what kind of car their wife drives. How y'all that disconnected? Y'all ain't gonna fucking make it? How you don't know that your wife doesn't drive a 2006 Chevy Tahoe? What are we talking about?
2006, like it's a Chevy Tahoe, maybe 2006, 2008.
No, but you wasn't there when it was bought.
That's crazy.
You ain't looked at the insurance in a minute.
I could say Honda Accord, maybe like a 2018, 2020, something like that.
Dog, I'm just saying, bro. Like how, like, and so again, that's just my thing, dog. Like at the end of the day, you know, the whole conversation, like, what do you bring to the table? All that shit, all that's for goofy shit. The reality is you should be able to feel the value that someone is bringing into your life, and if that value isn't being reciprocated, then it's never going to work. You know what I'm saying? It's not 50-50, it's 100-100, and however you divvy that up, it is how y'all decide to do it. But understand, at the end of the day, what I say is absolute facts. The more barriers you create, the more obstacles you create within your own marriage, the harder it is for y'all to get down the road, bro. If y'all constantly doing twists and turns, bro, it takes you longer to get to your destination. So the quickest way to get there is by becoming one. That's the reality, bro. That's like kind of the whole point of becoming married. Marriage is a cheat code, bro. People out here struggling to pay rent. People who are married are not struggling as hard as people who are single.
What's the point of having two household income if only one income is being used? That's wild to me.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, we kept y'all this long, man. So if you made it this far, we appreciate y'all for making it. Make sure you like,
comment,
and subscribe. And make sure you tell your mama, cousin, sister, brother, uncle, mama, everybody, you know what I'm saying, about the pod. Till next time, as always, it's been real. We out.